Hey guys, my name is Nash Lynch, and in today's video, I'm going to be showing you a new tool that you can use for your business that will save you hours and lots of money. This tool has only been around for a year and it's not very widely known yet. And this AI tool is Conversational Voice AI. Now, Conversational Voice AI is an AI that can do sales calls and customer support calls for your business. And it sounds like a human while it talks to your prospects on the phone. This means it can answer repetitive FAQs, it can book appointments, it can live transfer, and it can gather and qualify information about your prospects. It'll save you the time by automating your calls for sales and support. It'll increase your efficiency because it can handle hundreds of calls simultaneously, and it will ensure consistency. You won't have a rep who maybe takes too long to follow up. You won't have a rep who has an off day. The AI will perform every single time exactly how you want it to. And the training is only one time. Once you train it, it's good to go forever. It even accounts for pauses, tone shifts, and voice inflections so it sounds more like a human. Now, I've built out dozens of different agents for different companies, and I'd say I'm pretty much a master at it now. So I'm gonna show you how I would build an outbound caller and teach you step by step how to set it up as well. So with that being said, let's get straight into it. All right, so we're gonna start creating our AI agent on Nova Echo AI. Nova Echo AI is personally the best voice AI that I have found so far. I've used other companies like Air, I've built out agents on their platform, and Nova Echo just is the easiest to use and provides the best quality. So once you're in Nova Echo, you'll be sent to the overview over here. All you need to do is go up to agents, click voice agent, and then for example, click outbound, inbound, whatever you want. I'm gonna be setting up an outbound agent as an example, just to show you what it can do. But we're gonna set up the agent. You'll have a phone number that you can select from here. If you don't have a phone number, go to dashboard, go to phone numbers, and then you can activate and purchase phone numbers from right here. But anyways, going back to agents, we go to saved agents, click edit, let's go back. So this is the agent that we were creating. You're gonna have your phone number, you'll select it, you'll need an opening message. What is the first thing that you want this AI to say? So I'm just gonna put, hey, how are you? Something simple. You can customize this however you want, of course, and then we're gonna choose a voice. Personally, Troy is my favorite voice if you're doing outbound calls. And then once you have that voice selected, you can scroll down. You have an appointment booking slot, you have a call transfer slot. You can set these up so that if certain conditions are met, it will either book an appointment or live transfer to someone from your team. Whichever you want, you can do. And it'll work very easily. You just connect your calendar. And if the AI says, I have an availability at 2 p.m. tomorrow and the prospect agrees to that, it'll automatically book that into your calendar. Same thing with the live transfer. If the AI says a certain phrase such as, I'll transfer you now, it'll automatically transfer. And then we have a double call feature. This will basically call all the leads on Do Not Disturb again. So just in case they had that setting on and they missed the first call, you call them again and make sure you actually get through to them. And for voicemail detection, this is basically just so that it'll hang up if it's a voicemail, because it does cost per minute for these AI callers. It's only around 15 cents per minute that it's on the phone, not while you're calling, only while it's talking to people you're paying. But this will basically just help you save money. So I recommend turning that on, and I always recommend turning this on as well. Interrupt sensitivity and response speed, I recommend you leave these on low and auto. And that's simply because the AI just performs better from what I've seen with those settings off. It'll pick up more on background noise if this is on, and it'll respond much quicker, and it might cut off the prospect if this is on as well. And then as for initial message delay, how many seconds do you want to wait before it says the first message? So if it's, hey, how are you? Maybe I want to say 1 second in, 2 seconds in. You can go anywhere from 0 to 5 seconds into the call here. And then creativity is just how closely will it follow your prompt. And speaking of prompts, that is what we are going to get into next. If you scroll down, as you can see, I already have a whole prompt built out right here. This prompt worked extremely well for one of our clients who was able to book 2 appointments in less than a minute. So as you can see, if I just scroll down, I give it background information. This is basically just telling it about the company that it works for. What is the goal? What is the purpose of the call? And maybe even giving it a name. As you can see, I said, you are a human named Troy. If you really drill it into the AI that it is a human and not an AI, it will perform more like a human. And then as you can see, I give it the goal, what is it supposed to be doing, all that good stuff. Objection handling, you can copy exactly what I put here. This has worked for almost every AI agent that I built out. It's basically just giving the AI a framework for how to handle objections. You don't actually need to give it all the objections and their exact responses. Just give it a framework and then you can do the rest of that later. And I'll get into that shortly as well. But first, you also have to add instructions. This is just what sort of tone do you want it to use? How do you want it to interact with the client? Are there any phrases that you want it to avoid? Are there any phrases that you want it to say? Just make sure you fill out all that in the instructions tab. You can also reiterate what the goal of the call is and re-say it the same way that you did in the background information section. Then right under that, you're gonna put your script. Now, your script is customizable to you. Of course, you're gonna set up your script in your own way, but I recommend formatting it line by line and to always assume that the prospect will respond positively. For example, if your script deviates or if you have a response if the customer says no to a question, you can put that in the Q&As instead. Don't include it in the script. Make the script as if the prospect said yes to every single thing. Because if you prompt it to handle objections properly, like I did up here, then even if an objection does come up, it won't continue with the script. It'll address that first and then continue with the script. So remember that when you're prompting, always assume that the prospect is going to say yes to everything. And then below the script, I would put any Q&As. Just type something along the lines of, here's a list of Q&As in case you're asked any questions outside of the script. Then, like I mentioned before, it'll pull from that and respond to any objections it is given. And if there's an objection that you maybe didn't put in this prompt, it'll use this to handle it. As you can see, the framework is you should acknowledge the prospect's statements, ask a clarifying question, and then steer the conversation back on track. So any objection it's given, it'll handle it either way. And that's just how you create a very good AI agent. Now, there's obviously a lot more when it comes to workflows and adding this to your CRM and setting up the appointment booking. So if you want to see me build out an AI agent in 10 minutes, including uploading the leads, building the workflows, and then connecting it all together, you can check that out in the top right now. But if you're now interested in using an AI like this and seeing what it can do for your business, then I'd highly recommend to book a call with the first link in the description. That way you can ask any extra questions and me or someone from my team will be able to help you out and see if it fits for your business. If you got value out of this video, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you like and subscribe to my channel and comment any extra questions you might have down below. And with that being said, have a great rest of your day. Goodbye.